Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So today we got something a little bit different going on. We took a trip to Nashville and there is some guitar content in it, so I'm gonna kind of take you on a guided tour of Music City, so here you go. Alright, so we decided we're gonna head out to Nashville and it's time to pack up and say goodbye to our puppy. So we completely know that he is gonna miss us the whole time we're there. I mean, who else is gonna get him out of this weird tunnel that he's got going on here? Alright, so we're going to be heading out to Kansas City's brand new airport. The thing about that airport is if you want to park in economy parking, you're going to be in one of these gigantic parking lots and having to take a bus right to the terminal. But if you want to save money, that's what you got to do. Inside of the airport is actually really nice. They completely built this thing from scratch. It opened up last year. A lot of people from Kansas City are excited about it. So our hotel room is right over here on Music Row, Nashville. Very, very historic site. I would highly recommend checking out Music Row. We ended up getting one of the trolley tours, and it was really informative. You're going to go right through the heart of everything and see all the famous recording studios. It's pretty cool. So it seems like Nashville is the destination for bachelorette parties, and you'll notice these biking kind of bars. Yeah, we'll get back to that. We did end up getting a little bit late the first night that we were there, but we decided to head over to Tin Roof and we saw an amazing band. Here's a little bit of them. So if you're into cover bands, this is the place to go. You have to head over to Broadway and listen to things like this. But that's not it. You come here for the live music, and you also come here to see the Musicians Hall of Fame and the various Hall of Fames that they have in Nashville. I mean, when you walk in the door and go to the gift shop, right here you'll see a Jimi Hendrix picture with a part of the stage in Woodstock. It's pretty cool. So we have a variety. There's just so much to see in this very small space at the Hall of Fame. You could be in there for a whole day if you wanted to read everything and see everything, but even then you're probably going to forget everything. But here's just a quick glimpse as to the other kind of things that they have going on here. In particular, this D28, I forget exactly what it was. It just looked pretty amazing, and this old recording console that they had here for mixing and engineering was also really cool. Now, being a huge Neil Young fan, I could not stop looking at this pedal steel that we have here. It was used to actually record Harvest on, at least the pedal steel part of that. So seeing history right here, Neil Young and his band actually recorded it right down the street on Music Row, so that was really cool experience and nice to see. But the highlight was Jimi Hendrix. That exhibit was amazing. These two guitars that they have hanging up here are the spectacle. I actually got my guitar painted to look like that Flying V or something close to it, but wow, if you're a Jimi fan, just being able to walk into this place and see some of the outfits that he was wearing and some of the different memorabilia that they have there, I am so glad that I got to check that out. So one of the stops that we had on our tour bus or tour trolley was at Antique Archaeology. You'll see the American Picker Show on the History Channel, and I didn't even realize that they had a store here in Nashville, and it was right there off of the bus stop, so we decided to hop in. And if you're a fan of the show, that's pretty cool. They have a lot of cool stuff, but just be prepared. Everything in there is really, really expensive and really, really overpriced, but I guess that's what you get. We didn't end up getting anything in there, justifiably so. Now in Nashville, one of the up-and-coming neighborhoods is the Gulch. It's a very expensive shopping area / residence, and you'll see $1 million apartments out there. But while we were there, we saw the Gibson garage, and this is the part that was most exciting for me outside of the Jimi Hendrix exhibit at the Musicians Hall of Fame. I mean, just look at all these guitars that are hanging up there on the carousel. I've seen videos of it on YouTube, but it's a sight to behold when you're there. If only we could figure out how to get one of those things down so I could play them. Nonetheless, we did get a chance to check out this Les Paul. I didn't want to plug in and disturb everybody. They have the headphones hooked up there so you don't disturb anybody, but I wanted to get over to the acoustic room, and here is exactly that. Now, if you're a fan of Gibson guitars and Gibson acoustics in particular, you'll definitely want to stop here. I played some amazing guitars, which I'll share with you right here. J45 Studio Rosewood. Now I just gotta figure out what to play. J35 Faded 30s. In honor of Oasis. So you remember those pedal bars and all the bachelorette parties I was telling you about? Well, hopping down to Broadway in the daytime is one thing, but at nighttime it completely changes. The police block off the road over there. I think it's on the East Broadway is what it's called. I might be getting it wrong, but everything is just completely packed, and you can go from one bar to the next at your own discretion because all you have to do is be 21 and there is no cover charge at all. So just be prepared, there's no cover charge, but you will be listening to cover music. Kids are out there on the sidewalk of Broadway just having a good time and trying to make a little bit of money. They sounded really good, so hats off to them for doing something productive. But here's another look at some of the happenings and goings on at one of these bars, and as I mentioned before, it's cover song after cover song. It's fun. It's a fun time if you're there to party. But after all that partying, we decided to go ahead and just chill in Centennial Park in Nashville. It's very close to Vanderbilt. It was a beautiful day. I couldn't have asked for a better day, better weather. If you want to see a bunch of trees and a bunch of flowers, and I think it's an arboretum actually, so yeah, well, check it out. And while you're there, not far from the Parthenon is the famed Taylor Swift bench. So for what it's worth, at least I got to sit on it. But the Parthenon was a 1-to-1 ratio of the ancient Athenian building, and on the inside they have the statue of Athena. Now what you're seeing there is gold plated. That's real gold. I didn't know that until I read that plaque, but underneath it's pretty cool as well. They had some paintings and things like that. So it's kind of an art gallery / just weird historical landmark to put in the city. But then after that, we decided to hit up Hattie B's at the end of the trip, famed for their super, super spicy hot chicken. I was not brave enough to try their spiciest of chicken, but I did try the mild, and it was pretty hot, and it looked amazing, and it tasted just amazing. Check it out. So I'll just leave you here with me sweating even from the mild.
Oh, it's dripping down my face. Oh, God.
And back home we go. But as George Harrison once said, all things must pass. We had to pack it up, go home, and go back to the grind. So if you like what you saw here, please think about subscribing. And apologies if this looks and feels just like a family vacation video, but it was, kind of, if you're part of my family. So again, talk to you guys later. Bye.